realized when I could say, I am not here to convince Black folk that I'm a safe person. I am in here to encourage white people to become safe places. Me. But the part that pivoted my life there was the question that she asks every first timer. What has racism cost you, dear white lady? Because if you can't answer that, you are never going to have the heart or the guts to do what's required to change this system until it costs you personally and you can identify that. And so for me, it cost me relationship. It cost me safety. And so I spent 3 months trying to navigate or bypass or find the platform or whatever. And it finally occurred to me, the only way I am not going to be censored is to get in front of a microphone off of a platform that cares what we say.
Right.
And that's how this was born. Thank you. But not only do you carry that, which is why resilience, you're trying to say to white women who've never had to exercise that muscle. Where do you begin when it's been in your bloodlines and your DNA for centuries of growth, okay? And so when you get to that place, what I have seen in Black culture is the community, is the tribalism, is the joy, the ability, while we're still reeling in denial, because people need to see, just like they need to see you and I having a conversation that's not quite as staid as it would be in a conference room. They need to see what a lifetime of privilege intentionally set aside for the good of all of us, with understanding and compassion and comprehension. There you go. Colorblind is still blind.
That is genius.
Yes. Yeah. And two of the things that happened from that I heard from Black women was, why are you white women so sensitive to being called out? Because we call each other out in our community all the time. And you guys decide you're going to go make blue bracelets so you can prove something, whatever that is. But the other thing was that I got to taste, and a taste is all I'll ever get because I have this white skin. But I got to taste what it was like to step into community and go, I don't know if I'm safe here. I don't know if I'm safe with these white women. 52%. So it really caused me to look at my platform and say, am I going to step back into the shadows and my white safe bubble and let this next 4 years pass? Or am I going to step out and say, 52% of you can just keep scrolling? Who am I, an old white woman, to speak into this? And sometimes it was Black creators coming at me the hardest. And I was like, well, we're all steeped in racism. I don't care, because we are human and we are in this culture. And it's working by design, exactly as it was designed to. You are your own worst enemy, okay? Where you think it's us, it's all of us. It's white supremacy. You didn't cause it, you didn't create it, and you can't cure it. And that's why white women have to take the lead. Thank you. Thank you for stepping back and not saving our ass. Thank you for saying we did all of this and you didn't come alongside like you said you would. Thank you for the hard conversation and then the radio silence that left us to our own devices to figure this out, because that's the only way we're going to build resilience, is through the struggle that is not yours. It is ours to dismantle this white supremacy. I just don't, I'm in the stage of my life. I don't want to waste my words. I'm through casting pearls. I'm not, This is for people
Right.
who want it, not for people who need it. And you better already know you want it, because if you're a hater or whatever, not in my world, I'm just blocking and moving on. But I want to make an observation about what I've seen in Black culture and Black women, and that is that you carry deep within you, not just the generational strength and resilience. Yeah, those are not white woman tears. It's okay.
I know, I don't see it as that, to be honest with you. Those are used to manipulate. These are
Yeah. Yeah.
real tears brought through empathy. And
Yes.
I want you to know I see it and receive it as that.
It's beautiful. What you're doing is beautiful. I feel privileged to have met you. Um, I want to know more about, as a Black woman, what can I do to be more inclusive and to create safe spaces for women like yourself who are doing the work. And I just sit here and experiencing you. Definitely, I'm not over it. You're like a unicorn that I've sighted.
And I appreciate the opportunity to
Yeah.
speak with you, Kim. I mean, as Lee says, it's being silent is not an option right now. And all we can tell you is our story. And if that makes a difference in somebody's lives, because bottom line, I learned this the hard way, okay? I was a scientist most of my career, spent my life publishing boring peer-reviewed journals that talked about facts. Facts don't change beliefs.
Yeah.
Experiences change beliefs, and stories are more of an experience than me sending you an Excel spreadsheet with a bar chart. So thank you for the opportunity to tell our stories.
Absolutely.
No, I want to thank you for having me. It's been a delightful podcast and conversation. And I hope everybody out there realizes how wonderful the connection is that we get on this podcast. Because as we talk to each other and we share our stories one at a time, we end up doing is your voice is your truth, but it also is your playlist and your song. So as we do that, we're creating a playlist.
Thank you for that. And thank you for now I'm gonna cry. You know, the last few days have made you just feel very discouraged.
Yes.
And you feel very discouraged. And so it is nice to be reminded that there Kim's out there doing the work, and we're not alone, and change, I believe, will come.
Wow. Well, you touched me. I have, I have my own feelings that I think, it's pretty good. But it's so nice when someone else has the kindness to say so, Thank you.
And thank you. In case nobody has said that to you today, Kim, thank you for what you do. Making a point to also tell people that, because it's exhausting. When you do art conversations and artwork. So thank you for what you do, and thank you for curating this space.